What you got there?
I got a new gizmo.
No, say it ain't so.
For the channel.
What?
I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement.
So, what I have in my hands is the new DJI Pocket 2. And I got the Creator Combo, which has a little bit more stuff to it. In this one, you have the camera, the grip, the charging stations. It actually has a wide-angle lens you can put on the front of it. It also comes with 2 different charging ports and a microphone, which I'm kind of excited about. If this thing works out as well as we're hoping, one of my GoPros might go away, because this kind of will take the place of it. But anyways, let's open this bad boy up and see what's all in it. Alrighty. So this is the grip. Ooh, dang, all little tiny and stuff. My goodness. It's actually got a little 3-axis gimbal that it's on. All your controls are here, and then it actually has a screen right here, so you can actually see what you're recording, which is kind of cool. Now, it's so small, I probably won't see what I'm recording, but yeah. This is an extra grip where you can have it with your controls available. Like I said, we're still going to learn a little bit of that. Alright. Your different charging cords. This is handy. So you don't lose it. Put it around your wrist so it can go flying off. And then I believe these are all the different screens that you can put on there that they were talking about. And I believe one of these are the microphone. Down here, I believe that's the battery pack. Help charging station. I don't have a clue. So that might be part of it. They say it's got, it's a little tripod. So you can set it up and record. That's so fancy. I'm not used to all the little fancy gizmos. So anyways, it's telling you here all the things. You can actually attach it to your phone too. If you wanted to, you can actually attach it to your phone and I guess use your phone as the screen. I don't know. Anyways, you have to download the DJI Nemo app. So, alright, well, we're going to get this kind of all out and figured out and let you guys know who's cracking. We'll see you in a few. What's up, peeps? It's KNR. And we finally made it to the Bass Pro, Memphis, Tennessee. So we set up the wide-angle lens on the camera in order to get the best footage that we can, or at least as much footage as we could. And also, the stabilization on this camera is absolutely incredible, considering the amount that we were walking around and the stairs, and I actually tripped at one point, and it didn't even look like it faded the camera at all. So, that being said, compared to the GoPro, because the GoPro would have been all over the place, at least ours, but that in itself is definitely worth it with this camera. Well, what up, peeps? So, as you can tell, we we're gonna do this little finalization review on the DJI Pocket 2 that we got. This was purchased in the thought pattern of possibly replacing my GoPros. I have GoPro Hero 4s. They've worked out great for a lot of our videos, but wanted something a little bit more upgraded, and you know me. So with that being said, we used this on our month-long trip that we took, and yeah, pretty much gonna let you guys know what we feel about it. Now, this little thing has a pretty hefty price tag sitting at $500. So you're hoping for a lot of good things. What I ended up having to do is buy an accessory kit for it. I'll tell you why. I mean, some of the cool features that it has, this is one of the cons, but it has this external addition. Normally it comes about this. There's a additional piece that you can put on here to extend the handle, but it also on the creator's edition, which is the one that I bought, it has this extended handle on it that just snaps together. One of the other things is right here, you see here in the middle, it has all your controls right here for moving the camera around and whatnot. It just connects, and if you don't want to do it that way, if you have an Android or an Apple phone, you can plug one of those in, and then it clicks into the side of your phone, and you can use it and use the phone as like the screen. I myself didn't like that because, I mean, you don't want to walk around with both hands on a continual basis having to hold everything, unless you're just doing something cinematic and you want that view. But the problem was that it was moving in and out of the phone so much, because it doesn't really have a lot of stability, that I had to buy this accessory kit, which has these additional pieces that help connect to the phone and hold it together more if you want to go that route. My con about this is that each time I would take this out of here, all these pieces would fall out. You've got an Android and Apple phone. You've got your wide angle lens, which I used all the time, which was great. I do like the wireless microphone. You just clip that to your shirt, or in my case, it was my necklace, and it takes a lot of the outside around sound out, and it's wireless, so that was kind of nice. Something else, like another con that I didn't like, this actually comes with a tripod that you put on the bottom of this. It never really tightened down or stayed in there, and somewhere in the midst of moving it and setting it somewhere, it came off, and I honestly don't know where it's at. But lucky with this accessory kit, it has this new one that it screws together, a little tripod that goes into here and sets up like that. Now the cool thing about this accessory kit is that it's kind of like the GoPro. So I have a lot of GoPro accessories, so a lot of that went together. For usage, it kind of minimalizes compared to the GoPro. This is good for, it was great for just having something small in your hand to walk around, which I'll show you here in a little bit, with our, like in the Bass Pro, or if you're doing selfie shots, like to hold it a lot more options with this compared to the GoPro. Like GoPro, you have to download it and go from there. You do have to download the DJI app in order to activate it, get it all set up, and it has to connect with each other, so you got your phone and everything, and it's got to do that connection. One of the other features that I had a rough time with is a lot of your controls are on this screen. Now if you got, and the screen obviously you can see is really tiny, but if you got big pudgy fingers like I do, trying to navigate through some of that is really difficult to do, and a lot of times you'll hit the wrong button, or if you're wanting to make a quick adjustment. Now the nice thing is that if you're recording, now once it's out, it's in video mode, Your record button is here. This button over here, if you hit it, will change it into photo mode. And then you just hit that record mode or record button again and it'll take a picture. Now this button up here, what this does, there's a little button over here on the control panel, and I'm sure you can't hardly see it. It's really, really small. But that changes your mode that you have, where it's follow or tilt or what have you. And then you actually have a control right here, which will take you up, down, left, and right with the head, depending on which mode you're in. It works very slow. There's some settings where you can set that up differently. One other thing that I was struggling with this is that I didn't read on very well. I just got excited and wanted to get it. Was its water capabilities. Next to none. Not like the GoPro where you can take it into the water and get those action shots and whatnot. You can't do that with that. You actually have to buy a whole other accessory piece that will cover that to go in and do underwater shots. So in the big scheme of things, I mean, there's so many pros and cons to it. As far as what you're going to use it for. It does have 3-axle stabilization. It's a 64 megapixel camera. It has 4K 60 frames per second abilities. It has that active track mode, which is kind of cool because that's when you can set it up and just, if you're by yourself, you set it up and it'll track you walking across there, so you can get some shots like that when you're by yourself. The battery does last 140 minutes, which is pretty good considering, you know, most of the time when you're recording. If you want to recharge it, it takes a little bit over an hour and a half to do it. So it does have its plus and minuses, depending on what you would use it for. I myself might reconsider something different. Might have just gone with a newer GoPro with the studio setup over this. The fact that I had to order this additional accessory kit to use it in different forms was kind of annoying, but we all know that we buy those GoPro accessory kits too. So again, it has its plus and minuses. The wide angle lens mode, it does, when you put this on, you see how it's gone dead and it's kind of floppy now. But when you put the wide angle lens on, it's on with a magnet. So you gotta be wary of that when you're doing stuff. But when you turn it off, it actually recognizes that's on it and will fold the camera up differently so it doesn't ruin that. So that's kind of nice. But in the big scheme of things, it's kind of a flip of the coin, man. Do I regret getting it? Part of me does. I think I would have benefited more from a newer GoPro over this. I do like its kind of small compact size. Like I said, when we were walking around Bass Pro, or if we're doing anything, when I'm done with it, I just kind of put it down in my pocket and, you know, forget about it. And then I can whip it out real quick, turn it on, and get some footage. So there are some advantages to it. Like I said, it all really depends on the way that you're going to use it. And again, do you want to spend $500+ on it? So I would say do your research, see if this would work out for what you're looking for as far as a smaller portable recording device. There's a lot of different ones out there. I know DJI's even got their action camera now out there, so I might even have gone with that rather than this. So it's hard to say, but in the big scheme of things, I'm about 50-50 with it right now. It's come in handy in a lot of situations, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy this review. Like I said, just do your research, see what'll work for you, and go from there. Appreciate you. Love you guys.